Hey, greetings, commanders. That's a good start, isn't it? How's everyone doing? Yeah. So for all the guys who just popped over from the official elite stream, yay! Welcome. Thank you for joining. Nice to see you all there. Alien, how you doing?
I'm great.
Yay! This is a bit of an impromptu get together and stream just to follow up from the elite guys. It's good to see they're actually doing it properly because. I was starting to worry that I couldn't do it as often as I wanted to, so I'm glad to see they've got some online presence at least. That's the main thing. Get the word out.
So what are you going to do with your half of the consultant's royalty check for the stream format?
Yeah, I was thinking maybe get an X55. I quite like to compare them. You know, just no, it's.
I don't mind. I don't mind. I'm flattered they want to copy our format.
Yeah, it's nice. It's definitely nice to see them doing it and get some official stuff going on there. Definitely, it's good. I mean, when you look at it, it's anything which gives some more airtime to Elite is good for all of us. Gets it out there, gets people talking about it. And that's what it's all about. So I'm actually watching Adam play the single player levels has got me thinking I want to go back and see how far I would get now, because honestly I've not touched the single player scenarios since the multiplayer came out, because it was just so damn interesting to go out and try all the multiplayer levels. I've not really given much of a thought to it.
Shall I make a confession here?
Yeah, go on.
I got up to the mission where you can take on the Cobra if you want, but you have to take out the 2 Federal fighters.
Yeah.
It ends when you take out the 2 Federal fighters. If you take the Cobra out, it doesn't. That mission.
Yeah.
I've got up to doing that mission, but I haven't got past it.
I tell you what though, because I mean you came into the alpha later than most people, didn't you? Because you didn't have alpha access initially. And I will say one thing though, the original single player missions when they were first available were easier than they are now. In the current alpha build they are actually quite a bit harder. So yeah, I must admit, I mean I'm playing Incursion now, which is the second from last one, the one that Adam was playing, and I must admit I have not got to the last scenario on this since they upgraded it. It's a lot harder now, I must admit.
Maxron asks, Kerrash, shall we see your skills in Incursion?
Yes!
That's
what I'm doing right now.
Oh, you're doing that one now. Commander Jan says, if I've got it correct, the next alpha, I take it he's referring to Alpha 4, because that's the only next alpha that's left, will have pythons and eagles.
Ooh, please, yes.
I'd love to know where he got that information from.
Yeah, please, yeah, actually. Where'd you get that from? So no, I know they showed the concept art of the Eagle cockpit just this week, didn't they? Which looks nice. Yes, that was the peak of the week thing, or sneak peek on one of the forum pictures, and they just showed. I don't know whether it was a concept or whether it was a paint over of a untextured model, maybe, but it definitely looks nice. It's more slimmer than the Sidewinder, and definitely I've got. Sorry, I got visitors coming in through the door. Yeah, it's like a slimmer and more sleek design sort of thing, but still plenty of space to move around. I can see how the chair might need to rotate so you can get up and walk down the corridor. Very interesting looking design, actually. I'll have to dig that out. Oh, it's too far away, that's why I'm not hitting it.
I just want to make it clear, I'm not watching Facebook, I'm not watching Twitter, I'm not watching forums, I'm only watching Twitch chat, so if you have a question, put it in the Twitch chat and I will read it out and we'll answer it.
Yeah, we're not doing the whole social media thingy now.
Anyone in particular, cough.
Yeah, I'm not into all that whole Facebook fad, yeah. Oh, come on. I don't know what level I'm on at the moment, actually. I wasn't counting what wave of incursion I'm on.
Does it not say up the top?
I think it does, when on each kill, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But I don't know whereabouts I am now. Alright, he's 0. Let's see what we get. 1 contact destroyed. 7.
Going back to the next alpha having pythons. Oh, pardon me. Commander Jan says it's a rumour on the forums. He's got no confirmation on it, but Tequil says the Python was mentioned in newsletter 18, but can't remember the details.
Oh, okay, cool. It'd be interesting to see that. I mean, I'd like to see a couple more ships to compare them and everything. Because I've been playing around with the Cobra in the multiplayer alpha, and it is definitely a much bigger, heavier ship. Takes a lot more to turn, but it's nice that it can go a hell of a lot faster than the Sidewinder, I must admit.
Yeah. Yeah. What would be interesting would be if you're able, in Alpha 4, if you're able to purchase the Eagle or purchase the Python.
Yeah, actually, yeah. When do they leave the game loop in there so that we can have that as part of the upgrade options in the space station? That would be good, actually.
The Eagle would probably be a bit of a sidestep to the Sidewinder. I'm not sure where the Python fits in with the Anaconda. The Python's a bit bigger.
Python's quite a bit bigger, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, that would make sense to have that one, because that was more of a trade ship in FE2 anyway, so... Yeah, it's going to be a bigger, chunkier ship, so... Fun times ahead.
Anyone listening, don't misread that. I haven't said you will be able to buy them. I was asking that it would be... if it was... I was asking, I wasn't saying.
Yeah, we don't know. We don't know. See, the benefit of our stream over the official stream is we can wildly speculate and not be held legally responsible for it. We can say anything we want. It's awesome. So I do feel bad for those guys, actually, because, you know, there must have been a dozen things they want to say and they couldn't say. I know there was a couple of awkward questions they couldn't really answer.
Yeah, there was what, one particular awkward question that they obviously ignored?
Oh, yeah. So what do you reckon on salvaging?
Yes.
I think obviously it will be made legal
on
anyway.
And
so.
on in previous streams about salvaging, so I don't think I need to repeat it here. But yes.
Yeah, it is obviously a bit of a hindsight at the moment that oversight at the moment that it doesn't seem to work quite as you'd expect in the current build, but I think that's more of a kind of a limitation of the scenario than it is a hard fixed limit inside the engine or anything like that. So it'll be fixed. I'm sure it will. I mean, you need all those subtle little things. I mean, it's not much to fix it, so I'm not concerned that it's going to be left out or anything. I think it's just one of these things that it's like once they put it in, it'll just work, and then we won't have to be concerned about it anymore. It'll just work nice and cushy, and we'll have all those interesting gameplay scenarios we can get into then of salvaging other people's cargo and whatnot. Oh, am I flying backwards?
Sharpshifter says, I believe I missed Frontier's stream because I thought that channel was owned by a player who'd nabbed the name and not Frontier Developments
Yes,
themselves.
actually...
sorry, Frontier. Yes, we... go on, Crash.
Yeah, sorry, yeah, I was absolutely positive it was. And then I saw on Lave Radio they announced that that was the official stream, to which totally confused me because I was absolutely positive it was Commander Yan. As it turned out tonight, apparently, actually, Commander Yan gave the name back to Frontier. So I, don't know what exchanged hands, you know. No,
I doubt any.
No, I don't. No, it's but no, it's good that it was given back because I was really confused, but I was thinking, that's going to be a bit bad if they can't get that official name because you're automatically what you think is Elite Dangerous. You know, that's what you know, and that's the problem with things on the web is. Whoa! Sneeze cannon for the win!
The thing is though, when you're watching the channel on Twitch, you've got in black letters Elite Dangerous, and then underneath it in smaller letters you've got Elite Dangerous playing Elite Dangerous.
Yeah, because of
wouldn't it look better if it said Frontier Developments playing Elite Dangerous?
Yeah, that's the problem I've got as well. It's like my username has to be my channel name, which is a real pain in the backside. So I'm Crash Landing, playing Crash Landing. You know, it is a real pain in the backside. Oh, you son of a! Oh, they have made this so much harder. This no! Oh, 9th wave. That's the furthest I've got since I've gone back and played it. What a pain in the. I think I did quite well for a quick go on that.
You did better than me, I can tell you that for nothing. I wouldn't even get as far as 3 if I tried it.
It is such a hard scenario, I must admit. They have made that a hell of a lot harder than it was on the initial version.
Do you know what the weird thing is? Now the premium beta guys I've got the single player scenarios.
Yeah.
Right? The weird thing is, with the store, for me, because I initially had the premium beta, because I was founder level,
Yeah.
and then I upgraded to the alpha, in my downloadable products in the store, I have the alpha download, and I have the premium beta download.
Oh, so that's a bit confusing.
I have both downloads.
Oh dear,
I haven't
that would be.
downloaded the premium beta, obviously, because I've got the alpha. But I'm just saying, I've got both
got
downloads in my downloadable products.
Yeah, that is rather confusing. Oh dear. Yeah, this I think they did initially have some issues with the website, didn't they, when people were trying to upgrade from A to B, and you know, it obviously the website is as much a product as the rest of the game. That's the thing, really. So you know, you've got a team which have to maintain and update the website when there's changes to it and whatnot. So yeah, it's a bit of a pain in the backside, really, isn't it, having to manage and keep all these things.
Read on the forum, people are still saying I'm not getting the discount at checkout.
Yeah, because
So they're still getting that.
Oh, sorry, concentration kicking in. Did you notice? There we go. See? Now I've watched Adam do that mission, taking out the Anaconda. That seems ridiculously easy. First time I played that was impossible. That was so hard.
Yeah, but you were keeping it like 3 kilometers.
I was kind of sitting back a little bit, but no, it makes absolute sense. You sneak in close, you get behind their shields, you pick because I actually used the subsystem target there and picked out the shields, and that worked really well. Actually, that's the way to do it, I think. Sorry about that. I just disappeared off the frame there. There we go, and I'm back in the room. Look at that.
So that could be the unique selling point for the Frontiers stream, is showing us how to do things.
Yeah, actually. Yeah, because there's things in there which I'm like, I wish I thought of that. It was just so obvious. I should have just done that. You know, it's like, I suppose it was more kind of like, it was like nervousness. It's like, oh, I don't want to get close to Anaconda. It's big, it's huge. Oh my god, you know, I don't want to do it. And it's like, well, no, actually, if you just get in there quick and take it out, it's gone before you know what's happened. And that's, you know, that was the thing, because I was doing all the things where I was attacking the little federal convoy that was coming with it, taking out the individual ships first, and then working my way to it, and all various tactics and stuff. And it's kind of odd. It's like to see it played the way it was intended to be played. It's like, it's kind of that moment of clarity. It's that realization. It's like, that's what they intended, right?
Well, you say the way it's intended to be played. There shouldn't be any particular way of it's intended to play.
No, absolutely. And I think the only reason that is apparent in there is because obviously these scenarios we're playing are contrived scenarios. They're not part of the core gameplay of Elite. They're just made up exclusively for this testing purpose. And that was something that Adam did point out on the stream, actually. I think that's something which is kind of... It's hard to get across. It must be really frustrating for them, because it's like they want to show the game in its fullest, you know, form, and with all the things they've been working on and everything. But of course they can't really do that because not everything is ready to be shown yet. So they're kind of doing it piecemeal, and it's, you know, I feel for them in a way, because I imagine they just want to get it out there and just get the fans' reaction. And you know, that's what it was like at the BAFTAs, actually. The guys they were really pleased to talk to me about, you know, what I thought of the game and everything, and it was nice. They were, you know, really enjoyed seeing the reactions of the public playing it. So yeah, it's like I feel for them, because it's like I know they want to just, you know, scream it from the room. Look at this awesome stuff we've done. Look at it. You know, this is, and they must be dying to show us all the stuff, the star map, you know, and because everyone keeps going on about that. But
question time.
Yay!
I'm going to try and read this name out. Dan, the publisher bloke.
Is that Dan Grubb?
Possibly, I don't know. Sorry, I've been trying to get in all night. Hi, Kerrash. Any tips for incursion? I've only just started playing, and the 4th or 5th wave keeps handing me my arse.
Tips. Hit it and hit it hard. No, no, it is really tricky, actually. I made it look easy just then because I've played it so many frigging times. But yeah,
Commander Alexander says shouting, and Dan the publisher says more shouting.
Sorry, I'm really pumped because of the stream we just watched on the official Elite streams. Really,
Yeah. I'm so excited!
and I just can't hide it. Oh, we're gonna have copyright problems if I keep singing, aren't we? Yes, I gotta stop myself. Naughty Crash, naughty Crash.
Bad enough me singing it, singing things.
There we go. I'll move the mic away a little bit, and then hopefully I won't be so obnoxious.
If Commander Blackley's listening to our stream, I have a parody song I'm thinking of doing. Can you PM me on the forum if it's okay? Have a look in the parody songs thread. Anyway.
Oh, yep. No, definitely no shout out. That's. Whoa. Sorry,
It's hard enough to contact Commander Blackley as it is. I just noticed he was in the stream for Frontier, and I've known he's watched our stream in the past, so he could be watching now. So.
Bakadakara. Yeah, I just saw that. That's the advice. Man up.
Bakadakara said, but I can't see.
He just said man up.
Oh, man up! Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, it is a real pain actually, the incursion. What I found is actually instead of just going full throttle on this one, slow down in between the waves, give yourself a chance to put your power back into your systems in between the waves, and because if you just full throttle flying around all the time, it's like they kind of spawn behind you sometimes. If you slow right down in between the waves, they will spawn right in front of your crosshairs as long as you're not rotating around. Just, so like you take a ship out, go to full stop, put your power back into your shields, and just give yourself a second breathing space, and then go at them hard again, get on the next wave. Just relentless kind of fighting, and that's how I got to wave 9 on there just then. It was just constantly hammering it. Is the mic up his nose? It's close to my nose.
We're not going to go into where else the mic might be up. Commander Jan says, pity the official one was so short, 1 hour and 20 minutes. And they didn't do all the single player scenarios either.
No, and I think I was thinking about that after that. That was the first thing I thought. Oh, it wasn't as long as I thought it would be, and then I realised it's like, ew, they were in the office at stupid o'clock, and they they were probably in really early this morning, and then they stayed on to do it. So kudos for them, really, because it's probably taking it at their own time. I don't even know if they are actually, kind of getting paid for staying on later for doing that. So it's like, yeah, it's.
I don't know how game developers get paid, whether it is like monthly or by the hour or yearly salary or something. I don't know.
Not a game developer, but I am a developer, and it does tend to be, if you need to get a project done in a certain amount of time, you stay as long as you need to get it done, sort of thing.
Yeah.
And it's a bit of a thankless job, but hey, someone's got to do it. Whoosh, whoosh. Take your shields down.
Cow is saying, don't listen to these kids. I'll show you, Dan. Dan, the publisher's asking, when are we next twitching?
When? Twitching? We're twitching right now.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, I don't know when I'll...
He may not even be asking us. He could be asking someone else. I don't know.
Oh, right, okay. I don't know next when I can do it. I'm not sure about tomorrow night. I mean, I normally do Friday nights, I know, but it's difficult at the moment. The Easter weekend, as I said, being a developer, I'm working all weekend. Yay! Gotta love it. So, yeah, I'm going to be very busy at the moment. But hopefully, once this Easter weekend's out of the way, I can get back to normality. I can happily stream away.
Is there such a thing as normality? Oh, Dan has just put in the chat. No! When is Cow next twitching?
Oh. I assume that is Dan Grubb, isn't it?
Not interested in you, Crash. You don't exist.
Nah. No.
He wants to know when Cow is twitching.
Yeah, exactly. We all got to go over to Cow's stream. Predator MP.
Our Mr. Psycho Cow's been a tad on the busy side recently.
Oh, what's Cow been up to?
Moved.
Oh, he moved. moved. Sorry, that was
I didn't
that
make
was
that connection until you did that.
that was an awful pun. I'm sorry. Yes, I forgot that Kay was moving actually. Yes. Hopefully that all went well, Kay. I hope you're all settled in and chillaxed now, because I know you were really busy.
Dan the publisher says, "Love you too, Kerrash. Don't be sad."
I assume that is Dan Grubb, isn't it? From Fantastic Books. I assume it is.
I suppose.
If
Anyone could be in the chat as Dan the publisher.
Yeah, that is the problem. Is it? Whoa, that's the wrong ship. I've just attracted the wrong attention there. La 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 la. Hide behind the asteroid.
Sharpshifter says, "You want to get into music, Kerrash? That's where the fame is." Yeah, write parody songs.
That's what I'm missing. We need to. That's what we should do. We should get the parody songs off the forum and sing them on the stream.
Do you know what I was thinking? Yesterday I was thinking of collating all my parody songs, finding out who's got the copyrights, and then going to a music publishers.
Yeah.
So here's all these parody songs. Let me record them properly. Here's who's got all the copyrights. You know, but that'll never happen.
It's really tricky. That's the thing. I mean, technically, isn't it? I mean, it's fair usage, isn't it? If you're doing a parody of something, I think I read on it. But the problem is you know, like I said, we upload this to YouTube afterwards, and YouTube's content ID system at the moment is basically broken. Completely broken.
Yeah.
It's totally screwed. And for those who haven't heard of it, actually, it's really, really odd. Anyone can kind of put a piece of work up on there, claim it as their own, and then if you put up some of your own work on there and it happens to get matched by their automated system, effectively you get the notification saying that you're in the wrong. And this can be anything. This would be like if you used some piece of background music and someone's already put up a copy protection thing on that, claiming it as their own, then you'll get the notification to take it down. So.
Yep. So Dan, to answer your agreed, give us a song. That's why we can't do it. Psychico's just commented, "Alien is a nightmare."
Okay. I left the ship flying itself. Whoa, where's the cruise control? There we go.
Whoops, crashed into an asteroid there.
Whoopsie. Ah, I was close. See, remember all that time ago? We were all speculating about what was going to be in there. See, it seems a long time ago, wasn't it? We saw those initial update videos. Ah, sigh. Oh, Dan, they're saying, yeah, one of Drew's kids' videos flagged up copyright on YouTube. It's such a pain at the moment. It is so completely broken. It's frustrating because you've got people genuinely trying to produce, you know, interesting content. I was watching Scott Manley does some great videos on Kerbal Space Program if people want to go check him out. And he had some problem up. I think he was playing the new Strike Suit Zero game, and I think it was some French games review magazine put up some video content of it, and they hadn't even put any commentary or anything. It was literally just gameplay footage. And they must have ticked the box on there to say that they own it and wanted it to go into the content ID system, and it did. So then every other video that anyone tried to publish about that game, it picked up the background music and goes, "Ah, no, you don't own the copyright to that. You can't do it." It was an absolute pain in the backside. So I think, in all fairness, though, actually, these guys from this magazine, I think they contacted Scott and they removed the thing so he could post his videos up on there, which was good of him, really. You know, I think it was just it was an oversight, but it just goes to show you how broken that system is. I mean, you know, anyone can go in there and nerf it. It's just silly. I'm going to use my beam laser.
One of the bigger things that's happened this last week since you last tried to stream.
Yeah, tried. Yeah.
A website I'm not going to mention the name of. Made a podcast video, and the first 5 minutes or so they talk about Elite Dangerous and call us all morons. Have you not heard about this?
Oh, no, I haven't seen it. Oh dear.
Yeah, they reckon that for backing Elite Dangerous and getting alpha and beta access, we're morons.
Oh, fair enough.
And we should be taken into a field and shot.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. So we all
Everyone's
kicked off with
entitled.
them.
Everyone's entitled to an opinion, no matter how ridiculous.
I'm not joking. The elite community kicked off with these guys.
I expect so. Yeah. Camaraderie, brothers. No, it's
Alan has recorded an interview with one of them.
really.
Yes. I'm
I mean-
waiting to hear it.
I know. Yeah, the price of entry into this Kickstarter is so much higher than a lot of other Kickstarters. So I can see why people might think it is crazy. But I mean, if you love something enough and you want to see it happen, the money isn't the important thing. You know, Kickstarter's all about getting something you want. You know, at the end of the day, not like how much you're going to dump into it. See, this is the problem that I've had all along with this, is like everyone thinks like alpha is this, you know, oh, you're paying to get early access. No, you're paying to make sure the game actually exists and happened. You know, we've all paid because we want to see this game happen, not because I wanted to get into the alpha. Well, I myself, I've paid because I wanted to see this game happen, not because I wanted to get in there 6 months before anyone else and, you know, level up my character type thing. I don't care about that. I'm just ecstatic that the game is finally happening. So, each to their own.
Do you want to hear the punchline?
Go on then.
They criticise us for backing Elite Dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
They backed Star Citizen.
I thought that I wasn't going to go there, but I thought that was where that would have come from.
Yeah.
And see, that's the thing. It's like, yeah, you have 10 times the amount of funding. You could all spread the cost 10 times as much. Thank you very much.
I don't mind them backing Star Citizen. Honestly, I don't mind them.
I've backed
Star
it.
Citizen. It's fine. Yeah, I've backed it. I backed it to the tune of 60 quid. And I don't mind that they back Star Citizen. Honestly, I don't.
No.
But if you're going to back Star Citizen, you don't then come out and say Elite Dangerous people are morons.
Yeah, it's a bit, you know, just because it's more. Well, it's, you know.
I've number of times on the forum, I've stopped people bashing Star Citizen because it's just not on.
No, there's no point getting up in arms about it. Really, it doesn't really matter. They're both going to be great games, and I want to try both of them. But
yeah,
you know, I mean, I think, see, this was the problem with Elite. Really, is, you know, regardless of the fact that it's you know, it's got a much sorry, concentrating. I'm terrible at that. See, well, actually, as an aside note, I will actually say kudos to Adam. Actually, I know he talking and flying at the same time and answering questions is not as easy as it looks. I will give him that.
You've had more practice.
I've had
excuses.
Yeah, I've had more practice. What was I saying? Elite. Yeah. The problem is there's a wider fan base for Star Citizen. More people knew about it. You know, Elite never really had as big a following as what you see on some of these, you know, American games, and that's the problem with it. It's like, you know, if they set their bar at 30 quid for beta access sort of thing for Elite Dangerous, I doubt they would have ever got the funding. That's the problem, because fewer people knew about it. You know, there's no more words for it. I can't justify it.
No.
Call me a moron
Questions.
if you like. I'm just glad it's happening. Yeah, questions.
We're not out of questions. Is it true
dig.
that Admiral Braden tastes of blueberries?
Thankfully, I can say that I never attempted to lick him when I met him at the BAFTAs. Oh dear, who the heck was that? Was that Cow?
No.
Oh, okay.
Dan the publisher.
Oh, okay. That's the sort of question I would expect of Psycho Cow.
Zimrick says also they were meant to be reviewing Elite Dangerous. All they did was play the alpha and beta payment level, not exactly a game review. He's talking about the website people. They were meant to be reviewing Elite Dangerous, and all they did was moan about the alpha beta payment level. Not exactly a game review.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I commented in their comments section about their lack of research.
Yeah, it just sounds like they're having a nagging thing. It's like, they probably come along, they thought, oh, this looks good, I want that as well. Like, oh, I am paying that. Sort of attitude, reaction, knee-jerk reaction. And it's like, well, sorry, but, you know, if you could convince dozens and dozens of people, you know, on your side of the fence to come and pay for Elite Dangerous, then it wouldn't cost as much for everyone.
Yeah.
You know? There,
but
never
mind. I'm actually, the Star Citizen people who haven't backed Elite Dangerous is a good thing. and I will tell you why this is a good thing. Star Citizen is going to take a good few years to actually get made.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, with what they want to do and the amount of money they've got, it's going to take a few years to get made.
Yeah. Yeah.
In those years, Elite will be released.
Mm-hmm.
And those Star Citizen people that haven't backed it and suddenly realise Star Citizen's going to take years will want something to play in the meantime.
Exactly.
And they're going to have to buy the release version of Elite.
Yeah, which won't cost them 200 quid.
which is going to, which is, let's be fair about this, Frontier's business model all along.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this is one of the things that bugs me about Kickstarters is people kind of think that it's like, oh, whoa, what's he doing? Jesus, nearly ran me. People kind of look at it and they think it's like, oh, well, they've got the funding and then they get the game out there and it's like they expect other people to then come and buy the game. Now, that is not going to happen with Star Citizen because everyone who wanted the damn thing has already pledged for it and they've got it. They paid into the Kickstarter as much as they would pay for the full game. So why would they turn around then and who else out there now is going to want the game? You know what I mean? But with Elite, we've only got the the hardcore fans have come in at the at the required level to make it happen. So there's going to be a lot of people out there now which are probably more casual fans or people who've never heard of Elite before. And when the game's released for 20, 30 quid or whatever the release amount is going to be, they might turn around and go, oh, this looks good actually. And like you said, that is that base of players which are playing Star Citizen. You know what I mean? If they're still waiting for Star Citizen and they see this other game, oh, it's only 20, 30 quid now, I'll give it a go. So that's that's absolutely what I can see happening is Elite's going to make more money in the long term, which is good because that's where we're going to see the mods and expansion packs that we all desperately want and need. I need planetary landings. I honestly don't know what the heck I'm going to do when I land on a planet. I just think it's going to look cool.
It's got to look better than First Encounters.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, a few more polygons can be afforded to things these days, I think.
And like with First Encounters, when you landed on the planet, you interacted with the station there, and that was it.
Yeah.
There's nothing else to do on the planet.
And that's why I kind of appreciate why David said, multiple times, it's like they don't want to do planetary landings until they can do something right, do something worthwhile. And it's absolutely right. As cool as it looks, and the graphics these days would make it look really, really awesome. I mean, there's two things you're going to see in games that do that sort of thing. Really, is you're either going to see completely bland, sparse landscapes, which I've seen in some of these, space simulator type games that try to do that sort of thing, or you're going to see populated landscapes which are dull and do nothing, just buildings that don't go anywhere or do anything and nothing you can interact with. And I think it's like when you look at the plans that David's been talking about before, that's the sort of thing he wants to avoid. He wants to make it so if there's buildings on there, there's a reason for those buildings. There's factories and things like that might be on an industrial world, so you can see straight away that, oh, factories, they might have some need for some raw materials and stuff. I might make a good trade here and stuff like that. That's the stuff which is going to make Elite stand out over some of these other games and things that try to model these planets with virtually bland, sparse backgrounds and such.
Yeah. Arcona says in FE2 and FFE, we could do mining where we land on the planet, deploy the MB4 and that. Yes, you could do that. You could manually land on the planet and do that. But the thing is even in FE2 and FFE, you had to go a way out to find anything worth mining. Yeah,
because all of the planets in the core systems and even like the surrounding worlds, like most of the ones registered as frontier worlds, they were absolutely desolate. There was no raw materials there. You couldn't get anything at all.
Yeah.
You literally have to hop pretty much to the furthest your
explored systems.
Yeah, exactly. Get it out to the point where it was no further star information. You had no idea what was there, and you literally had to get out the pen and paper and record the planets yourself because they weren't there.
So Arconis, I'm sorry, I still stand by the statement. You could land on the planet, but there was nothing to do.
Yeah, exactly. It was. You could drop a little M before, and it basically was just a statistical model. It was like, you know, oh, my beam laser's just giving up the ghost. Great. Yeah, it was just a statistical model. It was like, oh yeah, I'm going to. Oh shoot. There's this much probability of you picking up precious metals or gemstones or something like that. You know, that was it. That was the sum total of what you could do on an unexplored planet. So, all my beam lasers malfunction. No. Canopy breached. Oh no! And now I can't aim. Oh, that's my glasses. Oh, that.
Rygar asks, will ivory be a tradable item? And Dan says, who knows? They'll have to have it growing from a different animal, otherwise the anti-ivory league will be up in arms, no doubt. How about Trumblebone? Would that carve? And Rygar says, Dan, they were all shot 500 years ago.
Damn.
Dan, the publishing man. If he can't read it, no one can. Oh.
Oh, dear.
Sorry, Dan.
Yeah. So I mean, like we were saying, you know, I can't wait to see stuff that is going to be really interesting that we can do on planets. That's the stuff I'm really looking forward to. That's I think that's going to be the important thing. Everyone's kind of looking at this and thinking it's like, oh yeah, we can do these planetary lands. It's like there needs to be something worthwhile doing. Otherwise, it's just not. There's no point. I mean, you know, it's. Oops, lost the video there. Yeah, it's just not really going to be worth doing anything like that. It's going to look cool, you know, and that's what everyone's kind of problem with all these things are before. It's like, you know, they come out, they look cool, everyone's like, oh yeah, let's try this out. You try it out, and you get bored within 10 minutes because there really is nothing else to do on it. So, you know, there needs to be some content, there needs to be something worthwhile there. And I was actually discussing today with someone about the because I think it's the EVA expansion should be first, shouldn't it?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure that was the order they were talking about. It would get the be able to go out and outside of your ship first, kind of like first person going around and exploring things, and then they would put the planetary landing. And again, I think that makes perfect sense to do something like that because you can have the space stations are a much easier, smaller environment to model to get that kind of gameplay of, you know, going around and exploring things on foot. You can get that right in a smaller, more controlled environment. And to be honest, I think the space stations are going to be pretty interesting places to go around and explore. You know, because there's going to be people you can meet in there.
If they're different enough from each other, yes. If they're just copy and pasted stations, no, because you'll go around once, then you get bored.
Yeah, exactly, and that's the thing, and I think that's a good reason why they need to, you know, bring out the EVA expansion after the fact. So, you know, at the moment they're working on all the stations, making them quite distinct. I think we've seen from some of the concept art and the pictures they've been showing of the various types you can get. You can get more agricultural ones with these extra domes and modules with you know, like plantation blobs in and things like that, and then you can get the industrial shipyard style ones with lots of little bits together. So I think, yeah, there's going to be quite a variation in the size and shape of these stations. So you know, once they've got the outer hull of that, you know, the variations there, then doing the inside stuff, it's going to take a lot more work. But yeah, it's certainly possible.
Right, we're going to catch up with the chat a little
sorry,
bit now.
yeah, go ahead.
Maxron, I'm going to fly straight into the sun. First thing I'll do.
Got to try these things out. See, oh, of course, Alpha 4, we're going to have travel and trading. That's going to be the first case where we're going to have my mind's going blank. The faster than light drive, the frameshift drive. Yeah, Super Cruise. So, yeah, I'll try that for you as soon as that's possible in the alpha. I will try that because, you know, that's the sort of crazy thing I'd like to do.
Akadakra says, honestly, I'd just be happy being able to land, but I'm glad they're doing more. And then he says, EVA after landing. After
landing, is it?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Dan, the publisher, says, my 7-year-old designed a ship called the Solar Bottlenose Fluke. Hang on, I've got to scroll the chat up now. Solar Bottlenose Fluke that apparently has an infinite shield generator, allowing it to hide inside suns during combat. Although with infinite shields, who'd hide? Bring it on!
Yeah, exactly. That's just like the Panther Clipper in FE2. Load it up with shields. Turn everything into a bug on your windshield.
Bakadakra says EVA will be harder to do. Dan then says EVA will be very interesting, full on first-person stuff, well worth the wait, I reckon. Commander Jan talking about the stations being different from each other. Hope it'll be a far cry from the X-Rebirth stations. They were bland and boring and full of grannies. I'm sorry, but he's right.
I haven't seen it myself. I'm gonna have to go on YouTube and check that out.
I haven't bought Rebirth. I haven't played it, but I've watched enough YouTube videos on it, so I can confirm Commander Jan's right. Maxim, they look the same, right? Dan says, me too. Designed an enemy too. The Solar Death Fluke. No shields and a very weak hull. Fairness in combat doesn't really compute to the 7-year-old spacefaring mind, apparently.
No. To be fair, that would be the sort of spaceship I would have designed when I was that age anyway. So you know, we've all done it. We've all sat there and drawn those like crazy things. Like, yeah, it's got everything in a kitchen sink. It's completely impractical, but look, it's got 1 million guns. Why 1 million? Because it's a big number. I shall have to
My ship's got 1 gun, but it's a big one.
Yeah, it shoots 1 million bullets a second. Mine shoots 2 million.
Mine shoots poo.
Miss. We've all been there.
Oh, crikey.
Concentration.
Oh. Cronus Blood, I made a massive mistake of buying X Rebirth. Sharpshifter, hello Smug, see what I did there? Maximum X Rebirth station personnel all insulted you. This is not the X Rebirth bashing stream. Alright?
Yeah, we got to be fair to all space sims.
But this is not the stream for bashing X Rebirth.
Yeah.
Kronos actually had high hopes for that. Maximum maybe we can trade. No, they're talking about Rebirth. X Rebirth when it's on stream for a $5. Dan, the publisher. Yeah, that's the strategy. Lasers that can destroy planets, etc. Bless you.
See, I was disappointed. That was one thing I specifically asked DB for during the Kickstarter was, could we destroy planets? And he said no. Resounding no. But no, I agree with him. It's total insanity. I mean, if we had that sort of level of gameplay in it, it would be ridiculous. And like you said, the whole world, the whole galaxy would just turn into an empty graveyard with nothing interesting to do because people would just grief the heck out of everything. So, it's you've got to draw a line somewhere. It's ridiculous.
Smuggler, anyway, did you guys notice a new hyperspace effect?
I thought there was when they were playing that. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what build they're, but did anyone catch the number in the top left corner? Because my stream was so low quality I couldn't really see. Did you catch that, Alien, at all? I didn't. No. Maybe they were playing an internal build, but just playing the single-player levels on it. That's so frustrating.
No, all you got to do is go back and rewatch it. It's only an hour and 20 minutes.
Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'll go back and have a look at that later. Come on. Can't get you.
Dan says he'll be back in an hour.
Oh, bye, Dan. And thank you, by the way. He knows what I'm talking about. Thank you for.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Nothing underhanded going on there.
No, nothing to see here. No.
Smuggler talking about Frontier's stream. Yeah, 4 minutes from the end in Incursion, you can see the effect.
Okay, I'll have a look at that actually. I mean, I thought it was, and I know a couple of people mentioned it, and I kind of caught a glimpse of it, but it was too blurry and low quality for me to see because I had to turn the stream right down. But
Cronus Blood asks, what's the plan? When do Alpha backers get hold of Alpha 4? We don't know.
I want to know. So, I mean...
This is the wrong stream.
This is the...
Elite stream was like 2 hours ago.
Yeah, that was... Yeah, they could have pressured them for answers. This is the wild speculation and rumour stream. This is where we go nuts and tell you things which are complete fake because we're not legally bound to tell you the truth.
This is not the We Have No More Questions stream.
We have no more answers. That's no, we think. I mean, all best guesses at the moment are saying it's going to be around the 22nd of April because mysteriously enough, the 22nd of April is the deadline for upgrading to Alpha. So I would say that's probably the last point at which you can get Alpha is going to be the point at which there is no more Alpha. So that's my best guess. I reckon sometime around that weekend we're going to see the final Alpha 4 with travel and trading. I hope so anyway, because I want something to do that weekend.
Something's come up on the chat. Have you guys read that Elite Dangerous bought the rights to Elite today?
The rights to the word Elite? Oh.
And then Arcana says, yeah, I just read that now.
Oh no, I haven't seen that.
Yeah, I was in there, and everyone's like talking about Twitch stream. And then there's a link to the thread. I'm going to open it and see what's going on. What's this about? Frontier gains any right? Ignore me, I'm just reading.
Honestly, didn't notice anything about that. So.
I'm going to quote what's being quoted from the article here. Develop has news that Frontier Developments acquired software and IT consultancy professional practice automation on Tuesday in a deal worth 5.09 million. A deal which, besides the other assets of the company, also includes the rights to the Elite franchise.
Oh. Was that... I mean, is that going back to something related to Ian Bao, perhaps, maybe? Is it... Because, I mean... No, wasn't it Konami had... Wasn't that the issue? Konami originally had the rights to all of that, and then Ian Bao wanted to make it kind of open source and just give it away, but it was that was what they fell out over, wasn't it? I never did well in history lessons. I didn't pay attention. That is interesting.
That's why Frontier couldn't distribute Elite and Frontier Elite 2 and Frontier First Encounters.
Oh, you know what that means? That means everybody watching now and everyone on the forums should go on there and pressure Frontier into releasing all of the previous versions on GOG, iOS, Android, and if they've got the rights to all the original game, I want it on every platform. So when I'm not at home playing Elite Dangerous, I can play it on my phone.
Yeah, if they've got the rights to Elite, that's exactly what they can and probably will do.
Oh, that would be epic. I can imagine, like, you know, on the train, I can just sit there on my phone and play a little bit of FE2 in between stops. Oh, that would be awesome. Please, Frontier, if you're listening, please, I love you, please. Pretty please. I'm going to be obnoxious and I'm just going to go straight for the bounty hunter on this one. Ah, wouldn't that be fun? Come on, we got to do that. Everyone, go on, get on the forums. Someone start a thread, and we'll all just chip in and comment like crazy until it really irritates them. Go on. Ooh.
I'm not going to harass them, I'll tell you that for nothing.
No, he does. Honestly, don't listen to me. Don't listen to me, seriously. If anyone asks, I didn't send you.
I know not.
I know nothing. My name is Manuel. Oh, no, come on. See, I want to try some multiplayer after this, but I'm worried that it will screw up my stream again. So I think we'll have a gap in there once I've taken this guy out, and I'll give another go to the multiplayer, see if we can stream some.
Okay.
So So I'm not sure if they didn't show any of the multiplayer because I know that Frontier have got a much higher internet connection than me, obviously, and they've got the server on site, so I assume. So I imagine they shouldn't have too much of a problem. No, of course I don't think they do. I think the servers are hosted in the Amazon cloud. So I think even for them, they would have the same kind of latency issues that we would see. So interesting. I'm just wondering, maybe they didn't show the multiplayer because they wanted to just test it out first and see how they got on with the single player. But it's a shame they didn't show more of the multiplayer. Boom!
I'm going to say welcome to Snowdog. Snowdog asks, "Is this live?" And gets told, "Yes, this is live."
We're live.
Snowdog then says, "Way cool! I just bought in today." So,
welcome aboard, Commander.
Yeah, sort of things today. Then Smuggler asks, "So come Alpha 4, can we expect a mega streamathon?"
Providing I don't have to work. Oh no, screw it. I'll probably stay up all night playing it regardless. Yeah, it's going to be hard to stop me once there's a new release at it. I'm going to be going nuts on it. My only hope is that it doesn't cause me issues on the stream, obviously, because that was my biggest thing. I've been chatting to Mark because they were talking about setting up the stream for a while, and I wanted to carry on streaming, but I'm having real issues kind of playing the game multiplayer and streaming at the same time is kind of difficult, and that is the problem for all games with their multiplayer, because you have the two things fighting over each other.
Yeah.
So it's a real bind. So that was one of the things I was saying to Mark, like you're gonna do this stream because I want to keep it going, and I want I want there to be content for Elite going out there on Twitch and the awareness being up and all the time. That's the reason why I do it. But it's just like I can't. My internet is just pants out in the country. I want fibre.
Snowdog asks, "When is it going beta? I got premium beta, May the 30th."
Yes, yeah, we should get the premium beta out for you guys.
It seems like a long way away, but trust me, it will go quick.
I still can't believe we got the alpha. I'm just trying to No, I cannot find this thing. Right, so I think we'll put a quick pause in the stream, actually, and I'll try and... sorry, Snowdog, I know you've only just joined. I'm literally just going to quick pause in the stream whilst we try and get set up for playing the multiplayer levels instead, so it will literally be 1 or 2 minutes.
Back in a minute.
Back in a sec. Ah, greetings, Commander. Welcome back.
We're back.
Yes, Alien's still there. I haven't cut you off. That's good. That's good. Good news. Sorry for the delay there. So I thought we'd take a jump back into the multiplayer scenario. So I'm hoping we don't have any network glitches. I do apologise if it does play up, but we've got the spinning sidewinder of death at the moment. It's not that bad. It's not as bad as it was on the first release. we won't go there.
I see you've got the loading screen glitches.
Yeah, we've got. I think is it like a ship you're inside another ship, so it's kind of rotating past your eyes as you're going along. It's a bit of a pain. There we go, and we're back in the room. Let's put the frame count up on the top there, actually, because some people keep asking for actually the frame rate I'm getting. So I mean, it tells me somewhere between the 40 and 50 frames a second I seem to get on this, but I don't know whether that's 100% accurate, because sometimes it jumps up to ridiculously high numbers. It can't possibly be true, but whoosh, there we go. So which scenario should we go to? I've only just come outside. That's ridiculous. I've only just come outside. I'm going to have to load another scenario. See, one of the questions I did see actually on the official stream was someone was asking whether the hyperspace would be seamless or whether it would be a loading screen. I think the plan has always been for it to be seamless. I think the loading scenes we're seeing at the moment are literally because, like I said earlier in the stream, these are contrived scenarios just for the testing, so they're not part of the whole seamless galaxy. We haven't seen that yet. So yeah,
placeholder gets mentioned a lot.
It is, yeah. I mean, you shouldn't even see a loading ship. I mean, you know, even if there was a delay loading literally because of the performance of your own computer, I would be happy if we just had the blue hyperspace tunnel whooshing past whilst it's loading in those models because your hard drive's a bit slower than someone else's hard drive. I'd be happy with that. That would be fine.
No, you say that. With the X series, from about X2 onwards, when you went through the gates to the next system, you had like a tunnel effect.
Oh yeah.
And you saw from third person view your ship going through the tunnel.
Yeah.
And in the options, you could turn this off.
Oh right.
And I got that fed up with it very, very quickly. I turned it off. So
yeah, I suppose.
Go through the gate, you have a quick busy indicator, and then it loads up the next sector. And you're only talking about 10 seconds. You weren't talking that much, and it was quicker to do that than have it go through the gate, load up the tunnel sequence, then load up the next. You just cut out the tunnel sequence.
Yeah. I know what you mean. Well, I suppose as long as they keep it efficient, then it shouldn't be a problem. But yeah, it is a bit of a pain. It's like you're loading some resources just to sit as a placeholder whilst you're waiting where you're loading other resources. It is a pain to manage, I must admit. I mean, I understand it from a dev point of view as well. It's like, you know, people got... It's like, you know, in some games where you see like the little spinning I'm loading cursor, and sometimes it freezes and stutters and stops. It's like, you want to give maximum available resource on that computer to loading the scene you're trying to load. You don't want to give anything else away to do anything else. So that, by very virtue of having that little spinning icon thing, you're wasting some resource doing that. So it's a real pain. It's like it's a struggle. It's a balance you've got to try and get right as a developer. It's a nightmare to do it correctly. I'm seeing spinny ships on the NPCs. That would suggest that we have issues.
Some questions from Arconus. Which server did it assign you?
I think
7.9 or 5.4?
I think it was the 5.4 one. I think.
Smuggler asks, what did you make of the recent Zilada griefing incident?
Oh, I wasn't aware of this. Damn, I've been so busy at work. I honestly, I haven't been able to play much lately.
Okay, quick catchy up
then.
For you. 4 commanders grouped together. They then later claimed it wasn't just them, there were more than those 4 commanders. But they decided on the 5.4 server to blockade the space station, and anyone jumping in on the 5.4 server got blown up. And they made up some role-playing thing about there being a virus. And, people got angry. I wasn't even playing, and I got angry.
Oh dear, yeah. See, that's the problem. Is that it's a fine line between doing that sort of RP event and griefing, isn't there? That's the problem. Yeah. Well, I wasn't around to see it, but I think I probably would have just lolled and moved on. To be honest, I know it's not really something which is going to be much of a concern to me when the full game is out, but yeah, that would have been rather annoying.
Scrappy Dog asks, what CPU and VGA card have you got?
I'll start with the graphics card because it's less embarrassing. I've got a GeForce GTX 760 with 2 gig, which is quite nice. And my CPU is it's an old Core i7 920, the old Nehalem. It's lasted me well. It's a good chip.
Snowdog says, wow, this game looks so much better than the 1.1 download, and also adds further on, I was pretty happy with what I saw in 1.1 this morning.
Oh,
That's
cool! You must be in the beta then.
Yeah. I'm trying to pick out the questions. Sharpshifter asks, is that ship hovering in the asteroid? You need to think back about 60
Oh
seconds ago.
yeah, that was one of the other players, and I think it was my fault. It was my network connection was so bad that player just disconnected from my system. So I apologise, Alpha Backer, whatever your name was. You might have just got disconnected because my session is pants. Sorry about that.
Can you just repeat what your graphics card is for Snowdog?
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, it's a NVIDIA GeForce GTX 760 with 2 gigs frame buffer memory. Don't ask me how many cores and all that.
Psycho Cow asks, what did you both have for dinner tonight? I had bangers and mash with onion gravy.
I was a lazy git because I didn't get home from work until like 6:15, rushing in to get to see the stream, so I literally grabbed the Chinese takeaway. I know that's naughty, but I've been so busy.
Snowdog laughs, you guys all have accents, not like us here in the USA.
See, that's, yeah.
Snowdog, Kerrash and I are both from the same part of the country, just by coincidence. We're both from the southwest of England, and we both have southwest accents, so that's the accent you're hearing from Kerrash and myself.
See, I mean, that's the thing about accents. I mean, you kind of hear there are accents in the States, but the thing is they're spread out a lot more.
Yeah.
In the UK, it's like there's accents in very close regions. I mean, I can go, 10, 20 miles down the road, and the Bristolian accent is completely different to the accent of most people here where I live. But when you go to the States, it's like you have to go to a different state to actually hear a different thing, like Texas or something like that, to hear something different. So. Or go to Boston, so different areas like that. It's much bigger kind of areas.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be a pirate. I don't know
Simon
why.
Wynnard and I both watch WWE, so we hear the different accents watching WWE. So it probably went over a lot of people's heads, but when we were waiting for Frontier to start streaming, Simon Wynnard put in the chat, too many limes, and I think I might have been the only person to get that, which is why I replied with whoa, whoa, and Simon was probably the only person to get that reply. It's a WWE thing.
Yeah. Oh dear, see, I haven't watched that in years. I used to watch it a lot when I was a kid, but I haven't watched it in years.
To me, it's a soap opera.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's
me.
not. You can't take it seriously. Yeah, people are like, "Oh, it's not real. It's not real." So, yeah, we know it's not real. It's entertainment.
It's scripted. It's scripted like EastEnders is.
Yeah.
The only difference between wrestling and EastEnders is wrestling's got stunts.
Yes, exactly. Which arguably is more entertaining than EastEnders, but there we go.
Yeah. Anyway.
Oh, I've targeted his life
support. How are we doing on the chat? Boston, that was funny. Smuggler says, I'm from Falkirk in Scotland, which is 30 miles from Glasgow where I work. The Glaswegians think I talk like a farmer. I'm not going to comment because I know where Psycho Cow lives.
Yeah, there's a lot of people around where I live. It's like, ooh, arr!
Rygar says he's got a Bristol accent or a West Country. Oh, Rygar asks, has he got a Bristolian accent or a West Country accent? I don't know, Rygar. I can't remember how you sounded when we were at LaveCon. I can't remember. I mean, I know what the Bristol accent sounds like because I'm from Bristol, as I said in, what was it, the last stream or something. And the Bristol accent is, alright, my love. Whereas the West Country accent is, get off my land!
Get off my land!
Yeah.
Whilst aiming your shotgun at them.
Yeah. So I can't remember what your accent sounds like, Rygar, to be able to say. Rygar just put in the chat.
No, I just got DC'd.
No.
I just got DC'd. Let's try this again. Where am I at? Yeah, I was on the...
says, ha ha ha, that's how you know you stumbled into a Brit streaming. They always go on about EastEnders. No soap operas. I don't do soap operas. No. Rygar says both then, referring to what accent he's got. Snowdog asks, is there a way to reset my controls back to default if I mess them up?
Yep, absolutely. As soon as this finishes loading, I'll go into the menu and I'll show you how that works. Because I've had to do it lots of times myself, because I've gone in and experimented with different options that people have suggested and ended up getting completely confused and going, where's my buttons? Because yeah, this controller is ridiculous. Look at this thing. It's just there's like a dozen buttons up here. There's little twizzly switches and there's little things to and they're all configurable and customizable. And oh my lord, I can't.
They flash in different colour lights.
They do, and you can customize the flashing as well.
And I'm not making that up. They do flash in different colour lights.
And you can it's just crazy, insane. Right, I've got my cargo. Let's go. Oh, I've got my cargo, and there is a player here with a Cobra. I might just warp the heck out of here. Commander Sir Jones, and you have no bounty, so you probably are a bounty hunter. I'm not going to mess with you. I'm going to just go out to the station, sell my ill-gotten gains, and yeah, whoopsie. Wasn't me. I wasn't being naughty. I was just testing.
Don't forget you can show Snowdog how to reset back to default controls.
Oh yes, sorry, I did forget that. Yes, thanks, Aidan. Psycho Cow, that not a patch on his hot ass.
Hot ass. I don't want to know about Cow's hot ass.
Yes, Psycho Cow, I've seen your hot ass. It's a nice hot ass.
No, hang on a minute. Sorry, correction. Cow says his warthog has got a hot ass. I must admit, when we saw you last at Elite Meet, I wanted to get both of my hands firmly on your hot ass. It was impressive. Whoever thought of that acronym for a joystick? They need shooting. Fair play. I swear it must have been an in-joke. The engineers working for the military at the time must have just kind of did it on purpose. They always do that with acronyms, don't they? Yeah, it's no different with cars.
So for those who don't get the joke, the HOTAS actually stands for hands on throttle and stick, where you have a two-part controller such as this one that you can't see in a tiny window in the top. Yeah, this little thing here, two pieces.
My smuggler!
Oh, my smug. Right, let's sell my goods. Yeah, so it's basically a split control mechanism.
And the publisher bloke says, "Hey, I'm back! Just to let you know, Cow's bringing his sweet hot ass to Fantasticon in August."
Yes, I will finally get my hands on it.
Snowdog,
oh yes, right, yes. Sorry, Snowdog. Sorry, Snow. Yeah, so you go into the options, into controls, and at the top you've got this little drop down here where you've got custom. And if you click on it, you got all the different options on there, so you can flick it. And there's a whole bunch of presets you can put in there. And thankfully now, actually, in the current release, it keeps the custom option in there, so you can kind of flick between the different options there and go back to your custom options. I run pretty much on the default Satec X52 Pro settings, except I have, if I can find it, I have the flight assist on mouse 2, which is the middle wheel, because I can click that with my left-hand middle finger, and I've got the top button on the flight stick applied to the cargo bay hatch, because I don't think there is a default button for the cargo bay hatch, which, you know, when I'm swooping around stealing, salvaging cargo, salvaging, yes, yeah. You want to just open that hatch, swoop in, and then dive back out again. So you need a button on quick for it. Proceed to landing pad 17.
Dan, the publisher bloke, says no preset for my lowly Extreme 3D Pro. We don't make the presets. You'll have to talk to the other stream guys if you can get a question in edgeways.
Yeah, no, it's
probably better to ask your question on Facebook.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely easier to do that, because I think in all fairness to them, they've got the disadvantage of they can't just speculate and answer questions wildly. They have to have them pre-screened, and can we talk about this yet? And kind of you can imagine the boardroom meeting with David in the morning. It's like, we've got to ask all these questions. No, can't talk about that. No, not answering that question yet. No. Yeah. It must be really frustrating.
Zimrick asks, Kerrash, have you tried voice attack yet? I'm guessing no, you haven't. I'll be honest, I'll hold my hand up here. I forgot. Well,
I didn't forget. It's installed. I was going to try it. The trial expired before I got a chance to try it because I've been so busy. And then, yeah, I just haven't gone back to it. It sounds awesome. Pretty much the only time I get to play Elite is when I get to stream it as well. So the problem is with voice attack, obviously, I can't really do it right now because I'd be talking away and extend cargo hatch, and then we'd be carrying on talking, and retract cargo hatch, and you know, it wouldn't work. It wouldn't work on the stream.
Yeah, I remember saying I was going to try it, and I haven't.
Yeah, I really want to try it. It sounds cool. And for those who haven't heard of voice attack, actually, if you are watching, or if you're watching back on YouTube later on, voice attack is an excellent little piece of software which will map vocal commands to keyboard commands. It's fantastic because it just makes it seem really cool and futuristic when you're playing a game, and it's what you'd expect a 33rd century or 34th century ship to have. But not only that, it's great for people who want that accessibility option for disabled players and whatnot. It's fantastic because it gives them more control. And I think that was in the newsletter this week, wasn't it? The newsletter 19. There was an article on one of the Elite players with disabilities and set up their machine so that they can do it. That's fantastic. I really like that. I've sold my cargo. Let's go back. I love the animation of the going in and out of the cargo bay. It's a nice little touch. Oh, I think those landing lights, did they change colour because I'm about to take off? I think they did. Ooh, see, looking at it, I'm gonna have a nose around here closer to some of these things. When you looking at it, I'm hoping we can get out and walk around all these little walkways and stuff, because they've got these handrails down around these areas here. When you look around at all the landing pads and whatnot, particularly the larger ones, you go, whoops, oh shoot! You didn't see that.
No, I didn't see that because I'm 30 seconds behind what I'm hearing.
Sorry, let's roll that back. Let's try that again. Right, nothing to see here, folks. Move along. Let's try that again. Damn it. Save, quit. Whoops. Yeah, that'd be catching up now. Can you see it?
Yes.
Yeah, I was trying to nose around at all the things, and
I can't wait till Mark and whoever he has on the stream, Adam or someone else, I can't wait to see them trying to dock or try to leave the station.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. I think it's just nice to see someone else trying it, because I think, you know, it's like I've been playing it so much myself and kind of not really looking at everything. It's like I'd really like to kind of look in on everyone else's streams and whatnot, but I've just been so busy. Like I said, like any time I get to play Elite, I'll stream it. You know, it's like I'll get out there and stream it, sort of thing. So yeah, it's kind of it's annoying that I don't have a chance to do more. Think, oh, there's someone fighting over there. But yeah, it was great to see other people playing it tonight and seeing how they do things in it. Oops, right. Oops, request docking. Proceed to landing pad 18.
And someone mentioned on the forums, is it always going to drop you in the same place when you jump into a system?
Ah, right. Currently, yes. Finally, no. That was something they did answer on the official stream earlier on. Actually, was they haven't built the system to randomize that location stuff at the moment, which is why when you go into these scenarios, you know, they're pre-made scenarios, as we've said. So yeah, that's a bit of an issue at the moment, is that there's only one spawn point effectively. It's like the old Quake days where you had the spawn point on the map and everyone ended up telefragging each other, sort of thing, because there weren't enough spawn points to deal with the volume of players. That's kind of where we are at the moment. We're kind of, our ships are appearing in these locations, you know. But yeah, there is a plan in place to put a system into the game where it will randomize that position. So don't worry. Docking request, come on. Pad 16.
And then someone else on the forum asked, how do you fight without your being the side-to-side movement?
Oh yeah, no, you actually get used to it, and I really like it actually, because it does give Elite its own unique kind of playstyle to it. What? Oh my, damn it! I've been allocated a different pad, 16. Who's 16? It's just getting close. Just concentrating on that. Yeah, it's a really interesting thing, because I mean that's one of the things that is really going to differentiate it from something like Star Citizen. And Star Citizen, kind of, you know, by proxy of it being in the Unreal Engine, you know, it plays a lot more like a first-person shooter. So, you know, the yaw control and everything on it, you're going to have that snap, 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 which is more like what Frontier Elite 2 was when you think about it. It had that mouse control, that, you know. But I really like, I've got used to this kind of like roll and pitch and roll and pitch. It adds a really nice kind of like World War II combat kind of feel to the game. So I quite like it. If only I could get a docking pad. You are in
Karakino says on the chat, hi Kerrash, happy to see you streaming again. No more cough.
Yes, thank you. I am feeling a lot better now. I've managed to get rid of my chest infection, so I am feeling a heck of a lot better.
Sharpshifter says, this is what happens when the ATM goes down and they have to resort to bits of paper.
Yeah, like, who's got that pad? No, he's got that pad. No, I've got that pad. No. Pushing. See, that's one of the things I'm really looking forward to seeing, actually, in some of the less civilized systems. To quote the Imperials, yeah, in some of the more chaotic systems, there's going to be no docking request mechanic. You can literally fly in and grab the first available pad. That's going to be really interesting to see how that works, particularly with players. And you know, NPCs, I could quite imagine they will just comfortably just kind of potter along, but players are going to be swooping in and trying to land as quickly as possible. That's going to be really funny to see, I think. We are not getting in here at all, are we?
Jay Quartzen asks, what do you guys think that we have only seen less than 1% of the game? What are you looking forward to?
Exploration, definitely exploration. I just want to pick a direction and go in it. You know, that is the one thing which I enjoyed the most in FE2 and in the previous games, was that just kind of going off, even if it was completely pointless and you never found anything. It was just fun. It's like just to bump into a different coloured gas giant or something. That was fantastic. That's what I'm going to love. And I can't believe less than 1%. I mean, that's insane. You know, this, what did they say? 400,000 million star systems with countless numbers of planets in each star system and countless moons around those planets, and there is going to be so much to explore. I don't know about you, Alien, but that's the thing I like.
Yeah. But what's got me curious is, with Alpha 4, they're saying It's a 200 cubic litre
Light
area.
light year. Sorry.
And it's only like 5.85 light years by 5.85 light years by 5.85 light years. Even in Salter Barnard Star in Frontier Elite 2 was further away than that.
Yeah, I went and checked that out myself. I worked it out, and I was thinking, well, you know, that's like enough distance, even from corner to corner of a cube. That's just about enough from Sol to Alpha Centauri sort of distance. That's like, that doesn't seem a lot. And I know people have been getting really excited about, 200 light year cubic area. But I think what they might do is it might not be like a cube. It might be like a flatter, stretched out shape, perhaps. Maybe only 1 light year thick, and then bigger and wider.
I saw some things on the forums where they said, well, if it's a sphere, it's this by this.
Mm-hmm.
If it's an ellipsoid, it's this by this by this. And it was small. Each one they did was smaller than just a cube.
Yeah, and
the cube was the biggest shape.
If you go back, I mean, I am like 99% certain it will be some form of cuboid, because if you go back to the earlier stuff, particularly there was some concept art and some paint-in stuff showing the system map and the galactic map and all that sort of stuff. And I think they did actually mention it in a couple of places on the forums. The galaxy map is designed in such a way that it has everything's split up at the smallest level to 1 light year cubes, and then those 1 light year cubes are 4 other 8. So it kind of expands, and then you have 8 more together, and that makes a bigger 2x2 light year cube, and then you have to stick 4x4x4 of those together, and so on and so forth, and you kind of expand up in like a binary tree sort of size. So. Yeah, I think we could very well see like a 1 or 2 light year slither, but it could be 10 by 10 light years on a side sort of thing. So that would still be when you think about 10 by 10 by 2, that's a 200 light year cubic volume. So we might see something like that.
It's pretty much a case of them telling us what it is and us going, well, hang on, we can't quite imagine that properly. And then we'll see what it is when we get our hands on it, and we'll go, oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, like I said, this stream's all about wild speculation. Uh-oh.
The wilder, the better.
Oh dear, we've got two capital ships intersecting each other then. I will just pop out of here before the game explodes in a flurry of interdimensional mayhem. Let's get out of here. Obviously that's a bug they need to fix.
And here we see, in their natural habitat, capital ships in the act of mating.
Oh, wow, yeah, God, yes. And as you can see, multiple smaller Federal fighters are popping out. That's just wrong. Moving right along. Oh, we've missed a couple of things. What was I say? Commander Jan there. Oh, they didn't do 1 sector. The average sector only has 3 to 4 stars. So yeah, so that's the thing. So the sectors in FE2 were 10 by 10 by 10 light years cubed. So that's 1,000 cubic light years anyway. So that's bigger than that. But I think they've changed the way that sectors are built up in this, because the galactic map in Dangerous is going to be thicker. It's not, because the Frontier Elite map was squashed down to quite a thin slither of a galaxy sort of thing. So yeah, this is definitely a more realistic representation of the galaxy. It's going to be thicker and more in there. So the same sort of size sector in Dangerous could potentially have more in it, really.
Snowdog says, with 2 sticks, do you find you don't need to touch the keyboard in flight?
Yeah, yeah, that's the great thing about the Hot style controller, is there's so many buttons at each fingertip. You can kind of map everything to it. I mean, I could probably, if I set every button on this joystick to a letter, I could probably type with it. That's so many buttons and controls on this thing. It's insane. It's got so many buttons. So yeah, no, that's kind of the point of it, really, is you can kind of sit the sit each part of the stick on either side of your keyboard, for example, and quite happily play. And you can put the less urgent controls, you know, like cargo scoop, perhaps you can put it on your spacebar or something like that, so you can just be happily flying away with your hands on the stick, and you know, have other controls down on the keyboard.
Karakino asks if we'll be able to play Alpha 4 if we'll be located in the core systems to commerce between Barnard, Star and Sol.
Unfortunately, no. They have confirmed that the area which Alpha 4 is going to be in is going to be far away from Earth. Sorry. Disappointing, I know. But when you think about it, it makes perfect sense, because Sol system is going to be the system which is going to take the most manual tweaking and editing to get right, because it's going to be probably one of the most populated systems. It's going to have the most edits to make it look like what we expect, because it's going to be a completely handmade system. It's not going to rely on procedural generation hardly at all for that initial seed. So it's it's going to take the most work to get the Sol system right. So it makes perfect sense that we're going to be out, you know, somewhere in the Zelada or Iota Cruxis system, I expect, and we're going to be able to jump between the two systems, perhaps.
Yeah, as long as Earth is not a brown dust ball.
Oh yes, the old FFE. Yeah, I don't think we're going to see that again. I think that's the great thing about the advances we've had in. Oh, Commander just bounced in on the inside of the.
It was possible with a hex editor.
Yes.
You could hack Frontier First Encounters, probably Frontier Elite 2 as well, but I never did it with Frontier Elite 2. You could hack First Encounters and change just the hex value. And you could change the brown dust ball back into looking like Earth with the right hex code in the right place.
Yeah, I heard that was possible. I never did it myself, but yeah, I heard it was possible.
I did it once. I couldn't do it again, but I did it once.
I love editing hex.
I've got a folder for games. Any information I have on games I play, I put in this folder, and I've got like 12 pages thick of this thing about how to edit First Encounters with a hex editor and all the different things you can do.
Brilliant.
Totally ruined it for me, to be honest. Once you've flown the ships and you've put big guns and stuff on small tiny ships, and you've done everything, and you've jumped to the centre of the galaxy, and you've flown the Thargoid ships, and that, you get bored. You don't want to play it.
Yeah, that is the problem, isn't it? It's you find that with a lot of things, though, isn't it? It's like if you take away all the challenge of achieving things, you don't enjoy achieving, because it's not, you don't feel like you're achieving anything because you've taken the challenge away. There has to be a balance in these things. Crikey, we've had a lot of questions fly past tonight.
Not really questions, more just
statements in chat. That's good. We like that.
Yeah.
David Attenborough is filming a show designed to be viewed in Oculus Rift. That would be interesting. I'd like to see that. That'd be really cool.
They'd have to film. They'd have to get cameras to film 360.
Yeah, I've seen it done actually. Someone was mocking up this thing as something. It's actually it was like a Kickstarter or something like that you can actually contribute to, and they did do that, like where you see these 360 views of a house or something when you're looking to buy houses, that sort of thing. You see these fancy internal views. They literally had a camera that captured that to film. So it's rendered in like a dome around your head in the Oculus. So no matter which way you look, you're still looking at a piece of video footage. So I think that'd be really cool, actually. That was from Takio, by the way. Thank you. That's interesting. I will look out for that.
Xena Wolf asks, is it better aiming with the sticks versus Xbox 360 controller?
The sticks have the slight advantage. I think you've got definitely more fine-grained control with the X52 I'm using, but the Xbox controller is actually very, very good and well tuned for this game. So if you don't want to go all out with a flight stick and everything, that's a good controller to pick.
Yes, but we saw a video of someone trying to play a certain space sim with an Xbox controller and didn't do very well.
Yeah, and putting their arms up in the air. Oh, yeah. Yes, I did.
You wanted Newtonian? Look, what am I doing now? Flying backwards!
Yeah, I can do that too. Yeah. We want to fly backwards. Here we go. Flight assist off. There we go.
I still think he sounds like Peter Griffin.
Yeah.
Sorry, Chris.
We love you. We love you. I felt so bad for it. It's like it really didn't go well, did it? That presentation, I felt really bad for him. It was cringeworthy.
We're not bashing it.
No, I've backed Star Citizen. I have backed it. I was.
We're just commenting. We're not bashing.
Let's try and find something else. I'm pirating around. I know it's
Snowdog says, bought an Xbox gamepad just to try it out, but I think I will get the X52 thingy. As long as it's a flight stick, it doesn't have to be the X52. It can be a flight stick.
Yeah, I mean,
because I've got the Mad Catz Fly 5, and that's got a throttle controller on the main, well, sort of on the side.
Yeah,
but
like a little. Yeah, I've seen that.
It's not a separate throttle like what Kerrash has got, and it's just as good. So Snowdog, you don't have to fork out for the X52. Great if that's what you want and you've got the money for it. Yeah. Great. I'm just saying, you don't have to have that. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, there's a good range of sticks. The X52 seems to be kind of like the de facto standard, that everyone's going to. It is a very, very popular stick. It's a lot of the guys at Frontier are using it to build the game, so it's got it in there. But as you can see from this one here, we got there's a bunch of ones built in already. Black Widow, X52, 52 Pro, the Aviate R03, the Fly 5, which is a good stick actually. I think it's about half the price of the X52.
Yeah.
That's a good one as well. The Thrustmaster T-Flight and the Thrustmaster Warthog, those are all built-in default profiles, and obviously there's a lot of other sticks you can go out there. So have a browse around. And what was the one you said, Alien, that you've got? The
Mad Catz Fly 5.
Mad Catz Fly 5, yeah, I've seen that one as well. That's a very good stick to get. Yeah, you don't have to go be a complete Fruit Loop like me and blow all your money on a ridiculously expensive flight
stick. The chat just now was talking about something, and I know Stig on the forums has this problem. Left-handed joysticks. There don't seem to be left-handed joysticks.
Tell me about it. This thing is like geared perfectly towards a right-handed player. There's no.
Same with the Fly 5.
Yeah, and it's
Fly 5 is right-handed.
Yeah, and you have the same sort of issues with like with keyboards and mice and all that sort of stuff as well. You've like these like gaming keyboards with the WAS and D keys all lit up and stuff, and it's like, well, some players don't want that, and mice tend to be shaped ergonomically for people who are right pole. It's like, it's frustrating that they don't consider that for other people. I mean, obviously I'm right-handed myself, but I can understand the frustration. It's really, really annoying.
Sharpshifter says he had a proper flight yoke years ago, and it was amazing until his 737 was diving into a mountain, so he pulled back a bit hard and broke the desk mount.
Oh no!
Sorry, Sharpshifter, but that's funny.
Oh dear. Yeah, that's. I nearly did that with. I had the. What was it called? Microsoft made that ridiculously expensive wheel that you could buy, the steering wheel. I can't remember what it was called now. It had like force feedback in it. It was like all the bells and whistles. It was crazy expensive for the time, and it was just one of these gimmicky things that never really it was never really used after. You did it like 2 or 3 times and you like never played it again, sort of thing. But yeah, I nearly did that. I had it mounted. I think I was playing playing the odd game, and then I thought, oh, Carmageddon, I'll give that a go. Oh dear, yeah, nearly ripped the desk apart. Whoops.
At least it wasn't as bad as some of the games in the 80s that I heard about back when I had Elite. They were known for being joystick breakers, because you'd have to waggle the joystick that hard.
Oh,
you break the joystick.
Daley Thompson's Decathlon.
Yeah.
I remember it well. The old left foot, right foot, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, oh, left, right.
And it wasn't just a case of waggling it as fast as you could. You had to do it to a rhythm.
Yeah, you had to time it. Oh God, it was. Yeah, those were the days. That's proper games.
Yeah.
See, now we don't need to do any of that rubbish because we've got the stupid Connect things and whatnot. We can just.
Well, you say that. I've got a Competition Pro
Oh, excellent.
with the big knob on the top and the big round buttons. I've got one.
Excellent, excellent.
I bought it for sentimental value. I'll be completely honest about this. I saw it. I'm like, I have to have.
I have to buy it. What have I got?
Yeah.
I got. Oh, let's have a look. This one I've got here. Hang on. It's just as an aside. I've got this one. So much better than the X52. Great little joystick. It'll come up on the screen in a second. What else have I got in there? I think I might have a. No, I haven't got that one. I've got a Kempston interface somewhere actually. I've got one which. That's proper nostalgic.
What have you got there? Oh, one of them. Yeah.
Oh,
that looks like the old BBC Micro joystick.
I think it may be compatible actually. I got a lot of junk in my drawer. Oh god!
I'd love to get my hands on a joystick called the Bug.
Oh,
from the 80s.
Yeah, and it had like a spherical top to it, didn't it? And two big two big buttons on the front.
Buttons.
Yeah, big round buttons and a very round top. I think I had that for my Amiga. I had one like that. Oh, brilliant! Those were the days.
Yeah.
Proper computers. Whoa, asteroid there. Whoopsie.
Snowdog asks, is there a match speed command?
Do you know what? I wish there was. There isn't really, but I mean, I think that would kind of nerf the gameplay to the point of it, not really.
It would take a bit of skill out of the game.
Yeah, exactly. It would kind of be a bit of an I win button, I think, in that respect. But yeah, I think sometimes there's that kind of thing where you're just you're going around in new tournament. I mean, the flight assist definitely helps with that. When you've got whoops, I'm playing football with this cargo canister here. At the moment I got flight assist on, so if I if I take my hands off the throttle and zero it out, what the heck? The whole thing just blew up in my face. Yeah, if I take the flight assist off, you will just keep sliding to the side sort of thing. So you can kind of get some sort of almost matching the velocity of something, but no, there's no kind of inbuilt system which does it. That's not to say they won't make some sort of computer assist module that will do that. Maybe they will. Maybe they put something in. I think we'll inevitably see the docking computer module and that sort of stuff like we've seen in the earlier games. So maybe they will put some things like that.
Snowdog says, but wouldn't you think that in the year XXX the computer would be able to match speed? Now, here's the thing. Here's my take on it. You had that in the X series, and it made combat very easy, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
This is not the X series. This is Elite.
Yeah.
You can say, well, why don't you have this feature and have that feature and be able to do this and be able to do that? And you get in those things from games you've already seen. And the idea is we don't want to be like the other games. Yeah. We want Elite to be Elite. Yeah,
it's got to stand out. It's got to be different. I mean, it's easy to fall into that groove and do the things that everyone else are doing, but that's not what Elite's about. It's that's why the combat is very restricted yaw. You pitch and roll because that's the style of game. That's how the original played, and it stands out for that. It's a completely different combat experience to other games. So yeah, there needs to be a lot of kind of unique things there, so it's not just another space game with the same stuff in.
To quote someone's Minecraft YouTube series that they started this week that I happen to be in, just for this week, because I've stopped playing it, hard mode is hard.
Yeah, exactly. And Elite is hard mode by default.
Yeah, I play Minecraft, and someone started a Minecraft YouTube series this week, and he's got quite a few followers. And I'm in this week's episodes.
That wasn't Viger, was it?
Viger? Not as far as I know. No.
Oh no, because I was going to say he's already does a YouTube series of Minecraft.
Oh right.
So yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah, no, he's in it. That's cool though. No, you're gonna have to.
I haven't said the name because we're playing Elite Dangerous. So I don't want to plug Minecraft.
No, that's fine. Go ahead.
Okay, it's Maxwell Screen Reality. Look up Maxwell Screen Reality's YouTube channel, and you'll see the Attack of the B Team series.
Cool.
And you'll hear my horrible voice in some bits of it this week. I say this week because he'll be recording again at the weekend, and I won't be in it because I've stopped playing. For reasons I'm not going to go into, because it would just take too long.
Oh dear, he's got a cobra. I'm not going near him, he's got a cobra. And I've still got a bounty on my head. I've been naughty. I've been naughty, I'm a naughty boy. I've been pirating around. Oh, what is he doing? Oh, seriously?
You want an anaconda in the single player missions, and you won't go near a cobra.
Okay.
I go near a cobra.
What am I doing?
Right.
Sorry, yeah, I'm there. I'm just thinking, what am I going to do? I don't want to be too mean to this player because he's trying to attack me and he's just got a little sidewinder.
Oh, sorry, catching up on Snow Dog's questions.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because Snow Dog's our token newbie. Newtonian physics, on and off. I'm not complaining, just asking. I just found the game today. I'm up to the Sidewinder face-off now. Damn, I love this. So talk about the flight assist on and off.
Okay, so yeah, so I mean, obviously the game does have, you know, fully simulated Newtonian dynamics, everything. It's all in there. It's just like the original. There's, you know, a fully simulated universe and all that stuff. So don't worry, it's not a question of turning it on and off. What effectively you are doing is there is an onboard computer on your ship which automatically compensates for thrust to kind of stop you sliding and whatnot, and it's on by default, but quite happily you can turn it off. So I can, if I come away from this player now and I start flying in this direction, I can turn flight assist off, and now when I turn the stick and take my hands off, you can see I carry on rotating and sliding sideways because I turn the flight assist, and as soon as I let go of that button, it slows back down again and automatically applies that thrust. So the Newtonian dynamics are still there, they're just optional now, so you can fly the way you want to fly. And it's very interesting actually, someone did ask me whether they could have it on by default and toggle it off, and yes you can actually. If you go into the bindings for the controllers and set up the flight assist so it's hold to toggle it on and off, and then go into the right hand panel here and go down and turn flight assist off, then it's off by default instead of being on by default. So yeah, and that actually works very well. I quite like that style of play. I think I might do it more myself. Why am I exploding for no apparent reason?
I don't know. Why are you exploding for no apparent reason?
I don't know. I think my network dropped off again. Damn it.
Is this like, why did the chicken cross the road?
Yes. Why did the chicken cross the Mobius strip?
I don't want to say to get to the other side.
to get to the same side. Oh, sciencey joke. Gotta love it.
Why did chicken cross the Mobius strip? You don't want to say, do you?
I don't say
I've got two punchlines in my head. One's clean and one isn't.
Oh no.
Oh,
it's that Snow Dog's comment there. He's got 7.1 surround. Wow, love it. I wish I could have it on here. Obviously, with the headphones, I've got to kind of. It would just be really noisy, and you wouldn't hear me if that was the case. But yeah,
yes,
no,
but
it's
with the surround. When someone shoots you from behind, you hear it behind you.
Yeah, I know, it's awesome. I've got to, so that's what I mean. I don't get a chance to play it as much as I want, but yeah, I'd love to. Ooh, I'd love to give it a try actually. Ship name, no bounty. Right, you haven't got a bounty. No one's got a bounty. I'm going to get out of here and clear my bounty because it's just too risky. I'm a wuss. I know. But then I wouldn't be playing this as a pirate in the full game. That's just not how I play.
So, I've seen mentioned that when they bring in Alpha 4, there's going to be a wipe.
Yep, absolutely. Make the most of what you got now, because it's going. Yeah, no, it's they did mention it, and I think they said they were going to warn us when it happens anyway. So yeah, and it makes sense anyway. It's, you know, I think people kind of they kind of invest too much value into what they're doing in this version of the alpha. Now there's people going out and getting hundreds of thousands of credits and kitting out their Cobra with all the best kit and all. It's like, it's pointless. It's gonna disappear. It's a waste of time. You know, so just don't do it yet. You know, you're.
Yeah. I haven't even bothered playing, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's not going to persist across, and they've said that all along the time. So it's not worth holding off.
And all this trading.
Greetings, Commander Sloma. Yes.
Sloma. All this trading as well. There's nothing to say that the trading you do. You know, the systems you go back and forth to, you're going, oh, there's buy that there and sell that there, buy that there and sell that there. There's nothing to say that will still be the same when they get round to further down the line with the gamma and that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, those systems might not even be populated in the same way. They might, you know, generate differently by then, and you know, and again, even at the end of Alpha 4, there's probably going to be reset at the end of that as well. So you know, you can't rely on any of this stuff being there. It's all, you know, it's all testing. It's all just prototype stuff at the moment. It's all going to disappear. So. Sharpshifter, bring back the memories of trading your way up to the next ship in FE2. See that?
Yeah.
I used to love doing that.
That will be nice.
Can't wait to get back to that again.
Commander Sloma, quick question. I missed Frontier's stream tonight. Can you quickly say what it was about?
Yeah, I mean, it was just their official first stream they've set up. Yes, they're officially streaming now. It's great to see them guys get up, and they had loads of viewers. It was good to see and get the airtime and get loads of people on there. So they were literally showing the what's in the beta, which is available at the moment for all the other players. So they were showing all the single player scenarios, and we had Mark Boss and Adam Wood on there, and yeah, I was glad to see them up on the air doing it, taking some of the load off my shoulders. I'm chilled now. See, it's like, you know, it's like I don't have to be the only one flying the flag for Elite, you know. But yeah.
Coming up on 2 hours, Kerrash.
Oh yeah, we are actually, aren't we? Yeah, I think we might put a pause on it there actually. And I'll get it uploaded because it's going to be really, really long otherwise and really boring. But I will say, actually, so I was really ignorant then just saying that. I just realised I'm not the only one flying the flag, of course. There are other people out there. There's obviously Sharpshifter, Psycho Cow, Commander Vigor, and is it Jack Boots? Z-Wolf, lots of other community members out there. I'm sorry, I get carried away on that, but yeah, and I should say thank you to Psycho Cow and Vigor actually for taking over whilst I was feeling really, really ill. Thank you for flying the flag for me whilst I wasn't around to keep the motion going, keep the dream alive, man. But there we go. I will leave you with this lovely view of Zalada Station as I fly into Crash.
Thank you for letting me join you, Kerrash. It's a privilege.
No worries. No, it's always great to have you on board. So with that, folks, we'll have to bid you adieu, and we'll see you next time. Thank you very much for watching.